2022, major events underway. The whole plan has been exposed. All truth will be revealed, and what an amazing time to be alive. Thank you for tapping in. This is the greatest transfer of wealth. I am your host, Zach Rector. If you're coming in on the podcast platforms, thank you so much. If you're live here with us on YouTube or you've tuned in on TikTok, if you're part of this community, I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for helping get all of this truth revealed. The message is penetrating to the masses. We can do six-figure views on any video, any given day. It's just a matter of, are they going to keep the video up or are they going to take us out? This is why we speak in code. This is why we do the dance, because I want to get the truth out there, and we effectively do that. There's a reason why, and God willing, knock on wood, we'll be able to keep on spreading this message. Okay, but there's a reason why I can't name names. There's reasons why I can't name certain entities. The beautiful thing is now, with this great awakening here upon us, a lot of people are realizing who these groups are, who these people are, that have actually sold us out with a completely evil agenda. Remember, this is a battle between good and evil. Two worlds have collided. We've broken this whole thing down from you guys for the whole last year. Very few people have been able to put this thing together on the level that we have, tying it all together. And now we've just been validated here on a daily basis. The plan gets, we just check off. The timeline that we exposed last year just gets checked off as we continue on here. What an amazing time to be alive, though. Tremendous, tremendous changes. Tremendous pain yet to come still. My thoughts and prayers to everyone across this planet that is in the struggle right now. And I really mean that. I understand I'm a real person just like all of you guys. You know, we've grown this thing, hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of views, but at the end of the day, I'm just another person here that's trying to figure it out as well. If you do want to join our group, if you want to tap in on another level, my website here is zachrector.com. You can get in touch, and I appreciate all of your guys' support. Let's get into the news tonight, and at the end of this session, we'll do a rapid-fire Q&A. I appreciate all of you guys. Let's get it. Okay, so we're going to start this one off hot. Let's get right into it. This is coming from our Pentagon. China, Russia seek weapons to hit U.S. satellites. China, Russia seek weapons to hit U.S. satellites. This is coming from our Pentagon. This is just a mainstream report here from our Pentagon here in America. I hope that our Space Force is protecting things up there, but it does appear that we have cyber attacks underway. And I want to tie this into the next tweet that I'm about to show you right now, coming in from Gold Telegraph. A new world order for the stock market is coming. BlackRock CIO. So we know that cyber attacks are already underway. Doesn't matter who they blame. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not concerned about who gets the blame. I want my family to be prepared for the events that are about to unfold, folks. A new world order for the stock market is coming. BlackRock CIO. They're telling us. They're using these words because this has happened in the history, time and time again. A changing world order. And they're telling us what's about to happen. The stock market is about to be reset, restructured. Is it going to the Stellar Network? Maybe. That'd be a great blockchain to put the stock market on. I'm researching that right now as we speak. It's a theory. I have some evidence. I have a hypothesis I can give you today, but we're still researching. See, this is where you get enough information to take effective action. Don't get caught up on the details. At the end of the day, we want to understand what's happening and how do we prepare? How do we take action? So we've been tying this whole thing together, as you guys can see. Joe Biden says we're having a new world order. BlackRock CIO, new world order coming, right? There's a reason why they use these words. And the stock market, we know, is way overvalued. This thing's gotten way out of control. The party is coming to an end, here in America specifically. And unless they have a plan up their sleeves that we don't know about, which maybe they do, i.e. partnerships with Ripple. Well, I'm not even going to get into that. We'll get into the XRP here at the end of this one. You guys already know that. But folks, this is it. This is our moment. We've been talking about this for the last year. We've been called crazy for the last decade. I started researching the Federal Reserve back in 2012, understanding how they affected our monetary policy. Now, this is boring. You guys want to know the next 10x crypto. You guys want to know when we're going to finally make some money. I don't know what's going to happen next with the markets. Just to be honest. I don't even look at the charts anymore, right? On a daily basis, I'm lucky to check the prices. I don't think I've checked the prices today. Maybe once, right? I don't look at the crypto market. At this point, what we want to understand is the events that are about to unfold that are inevitable, and how do we prepare ourselves for those moments? It doesn't matter the timeline. We know the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit completely staged. That thing will be wrapped up shortly. We know that the stock market's going to collapse. Doesn't matter if it's this month, next week, tomorrow, or a year out still. We know that this thing needs to be reset, restructured, and revalued. We know that it is going bust. Is it going on the Stellar Network? I don't know. Maybe. We're investigating. Investigate before you invest. Right? This is not meant to be financial advice. This is meant to shine the light on the areas that we're looking into when we go to make our preparations and adjust our strategies for the times that we're now living in. What was the BS CPI data? 8.5% today. Double that. What does that put us at? 17% would be your real inflation. If we use the data that they used to use, the real inflation would be 17%. Right now, half the population, they got trapped. They fell for it. Half the population is tuned out for one reason or another. They laid a trap and we fell for it. They walked right into it. A lot of good people too. I can't speak on it much more than that, but I'm going to tell you what we're on the brink of is this whole thing collapsing. The stock market, our cryptos, our gains, our investments, that's going to be the least of our worries. Right now, what we're doing is we're preparing for the people to find out what happened to them. And then when the economic crisis gets worse, when the inflation gets worse on top of that, and then they find out who's really our president, I got to be careful. I got to be careful right now. Folks, this summer is going to be hot. This is going to be a hot summer. Not your hot girl summer, not your hot boy summer. This is going to be something different. As we go into the fall and winter of this next year, we have an election year coming up. We have a Shemitah year that we're in the middle of. Now, this is why I don't even address the trolls on TikTok, because they have no idea what we're talking about. If you're new here getting caught up to speed, well, tap in, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button, and we'll keep you tapped in here. We'll get you caught up to speed on why the events are unfolding right now. See, we understand this when we look at the timeline that's historical, biblical, on a whole nother level. These people have no idea. My man Kyle threw something. My man Kyle, thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you guys. Let me continue on with this news. Breaking, Sri Lanka defaults on foreign debt. Now, you're asking, why are we talking about Sri Lanka? Folks, this is what's happening worldwide right now. Remember, we covered at the end of February about how Sri Lanka was running out of cash. They couldn't buy gas or oil. So the country was running out of oil, running out of fuel, and that crisis got worse. It started with riots in the streets over the last month as well. And now you're seeing that they're defaulting on all their foreign debt. This is a global liquidity and debt crisis that is unfolding and breaking down right now. And then it does include the stock market, just like we showed from the BlackRock CIO. BlackRock's about to own half of America. BlackRock and Vanguard, it's over. A new world order for the stock market is coming. And if you don't, that's the thing, is that they have positioned themselves for this moment. Do not be foolish and think that they don't know what's going on right now. This is where this is going. I wanted to show this. Eventually, the majority of houses will be owned by the wealthiest individuals and corporations. This is the path we are on. This tweet coming from John Pasalis, and this is an article out of Canada. Multiple property owners hold upwards of 41% of the housing in some provinces in Canada. So what we're seeing is BlackRock's buying single-family homes. We have even just your regular people. A lot of Canadians own real estate in America as well, right? America is viewed as a safe haven. We're like the Brinks truck of the whole world. People come here to buy our real estate and they hold our dollars until now, until this moment when we started to seize the Russians' bank accounts during the war. We started to seize their assets. Well, it's over. That's game over. As soon as you start to weaponize your dollar as the reserve currency status, it's lost. As soon as you start to kick people off a system that's irrelevant from the 1970s, the SWIFT system, it's over. But what's happening is the Wall Street boys and gals have been ready to swoop. And they're swooping properties left and right here. But what is it? One of the largest homeowners in America is actually a Toronto-based hedge fund, basically out of Canada. So it's the same thing. BlackRock and Vanguard buying up real estate here in America, and then you got big money coming up from Canada as well. But yeah, this was some interesting data. I pulled this. 15% owns 31% of the real estate. 15% of the population owns 31% of the real estate. And in Ontario and BC, it's upwards of 41% is owned by multiple people. This is the transfer of wealth that I'm talking about. When I call my show the greatest transfer of wealth, and I tell you that it's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in world history, it's because we're here in a similar debt crisis, liquidity crisis that we get about every 50 years, where a restructuring of the monetary standard is needed. And we have the same situation going on in the United States as well, where you have these cyclical markets that are just absolutely jacked up out of control. Now, continuing on, I wanted to get into the crypto news here. Gary Gensler. So today what was announced is Celsius Network sent out a notice to everyone telling them that only accredited investors would be able to earn interest on their crypto. Basically, only accredited investors could participate in DeFi on the Celsius platform. Now, I'm also seeing some other funny stuff coming out of Uphold and some other exchanges as well. But just a quick reminder of this guy, Gary, good guy Gary that we're dealing with here. This is from TAIG XRP, doing a fantastic job, killing it on the XRP research, exposing the SEC on every level. Gary Gensler has a net worth of $120 million and owns a 7,855 square foot mansion sitting on a fenced 45-acre estate with a pool and guest house with an estimated value of $3.5 million he paid for with $2.7 million cash. But he will not let you earn rewards unless you're an accredited investor. It is absolutely criminal what is going on here. This transfer of wealth that they've set up. The good thing is that we're fighting this thing. I mean, the Ripple lawsuit is part of fighting this whole system that really was meant to squeeze out the little guy forever. Already, you can only invest in early stage pre-IPO companies by being an accredited investor. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to even raise those limits to, I think, what was it, $10 million net worth? It's insane. And this is why we call it the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. And the reason, like I said, this has happened time and time again in history. The reason why this is the biggest one is because you have an internet of value that's exponentially growing. You can't put a price tag on how big this thing's going to go. And that leads me into my next tweet. This is from Matt Hamilton, where he says that market cap doesn't apply. Everyone talks about market cap for XRP. Matt Hamilton, I don't think market cap as a metric makes much sense in the world of crypto. Now, Matt Hamilton is not some XRP crazy Riddler guy. This is a guy who used to work at Ripple. He was, I forget what he used to run. He was previously the director of development at Ripple. Right. So he was one of the major coders and developers at Ripple. He's a very like straight up guy, not into anything crazy, right? He's just hammering people with the truth on Twitter lately. I love it. But he says, I don't think market cap as a metric makes much sense in the world of crypto. Because someone asked, and everyone asked this, and it always brings up the market cap issue, why XRP can never hit $10,000. Crypto Girly, will market cap play a big factor in how high the price of XRP can go? This argument is as old as Joe Biden, but I want to hear it from you. Matt says, I don't think market cap as a metric makes much sense in the world of crypto. There you have it. And I've been saying the same thing too. If you look at the market cap of Swift, I forget what the market cap of Swift is, but the daily volume that's moved over Swift is $5 trillion. That's the difference between the market cap and a utility liquidity network, right? That's a liquidity network that's settling cross-border payments worldwide all day, every day. $5 trillion. So the market cap argument never really has made sense to me when we're talking about utility infrastructure protocols like XRP, XLM, XDC. Trade finance markets at $19 trillion, cross-border payments $5 trillion daily. Just in America, between the banks in America, they settle $2 trillion at the clearinghouse. $2 trillion daily. So, I mean, these are just certain networks that move trillions of dollars a day, but we think that we can't reach market caps in the tens of trillions of dollars. How is that crazy? If we're settling $5 trillion daily? We've already proven that market cap just is not really a good metric. We've gone through that as well, doing our market cap calculations. But hearing it from Matt Hamilton really, it's reassuring, right? That we're over the target in regards to the market cap really just being irrelevant when we're trying to figure out how high XRP, XLM, these other utility cryptos could go. Now, CZ Binance, who obviously he's the CEO of Binance, when the Titanic sinks, little floats near it get dragged down too, but the floats will eventually come back up if they are untethered. I believe he is hinting at tether. Now, maybe you want to say that that's a stretch, but the fact of the matter is we know the Department of Justice, Tether's actually in 3 lawsuits right now. Department of Justice is investigating the founders and CEO of Tether as we speak, and they're in 3 lawsuits as well. So what's happening is the crypto space has been propped up on Tether, doing 60% of the trading volume. And CZ is making a great point here. The main ship is going down, but little floats near it get dragged down too, but the floats will eventually come back up if they are untethered. Right. So for me, XRP and the investments that we've made into cryptocurrency, that is our lifeboat, right? And if we're right, if we're even halfway right about it, well, that little bag of wealth is going to turn into a relatively big raft or maybe a little big boat. We'll see about that. I don't even think about that. For me, it's a matter of we've positioned ourselves perfectly because we know that trillions of dollars needs to be solved, and we've invested into the ledgers, the technology, the blockchains, the companies that are actually working on solving those trillion-dollar problems. We've skipped the BS, and we understand that 99% of crypto is going away. Now, when I talk about this, the main question that I just ask is, I don't care, XRP at $100,000, $10,000 per coin. The question you got to be asking is, how much of it do you have, and how quickly can you accumulate? Because our time is running out. When we look at our timeline right now, this year is when all of the central bank digital currencies are going to be rolling out. China's already started. They're already way ahead. We know that the rest of the world is rolling out their central bank digital currencies as well. Now, we time that up with the end of the existing world order, right? The existing world order is coming to an end. We know that. And it just happens to fall on a Shemitah year. Okay, this is a year that you need to understand. This is based off of the Hebrew calendar. It is very important to understand. I want you guys to go research it yourselves. Okay, this is just lining up perfectly. Now, the Jewish New Year is going to be in September. So the Shemitah year ends in September. We expect the markets to be shaken up before then and into this fall winter time. Because of the overall macro conditions besides the markets, as just the supply chain crisis, the food crisis, liquidity crisis, water crisis, health crisis, and spiritual crisis getting worse. The situation, I don't think, is going to get better before it gets much worse here coming into this year. And I'm not here to spread fear. I'm not here to be spreading. I don't want you guys to be scared. I want you guys to understand how serious the situation is so that you get your game up and you start taking action on a daily basis to prepare yourselves for the greatest transfer of wealth in world history and to prepare yourself to even just survive this crisis. The information that we got coming out right now is pretty alarming in regards to the health crisis. What we're seeing in other countries is pretty sick. I'm not even going to name the country, but you guys already know where I'm going to go with that. It's a country that I can't name, but it's getting bad. And it's coming all home here. It's coming home to roost. We will see tension in the streets. The people have already lost their minds. The people are already feeling the pain. If you go to the streets right now, you will see it. If you go out into the inner cities, if you go to the cities of this country, you will see it. If you run a business, you will feel it. And even just running your household, when you go to renew your lease for your rent, they're jacking it 10%. When you go to buy a house, the affordability is twice as worse as it was last year. So that mortgage that was going to cost you about $1,000 is now going to cost you almost $2,000. This is the end of the power being in this Western system. Now that people are understanding everything that we've put together over the last year, which if you're new here and you're just trying to figure it out, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. If you want to get in touch, head on over to the website. But thank you for coming in and getting educated. Many people are late to this game because they dismissed XRP and Ripple because they were in this SEC lawsuit. We've already shown you guys, we've already been saying for the last year that the SEC never had a case. And now, a year late, the people are trying to finally starting to figure out that the SEC doesn't have a case and that it is complete corruption all the way up to the SEC, Gary Gensler himself participating in a criminal campaign conspiracy, Bill Hinman himself participating in criminal corruption while being a public figure, taking payments from law firms, setting up IPOs for foreign entities that wanted to do IPO listings in America. It's all been exposed, and if it does continue to get exposed, these guys, it will be demanded that they are thrown in jail. I would say that they will never see jail time. I do not think that we will get justice in regards to that, but we will get justice in regards to clarity for XRP. So have you positioned yourselves accordingly? This is not financial advice. Now, I don't know why I'm showing you guys this tweet behind me here. Rosie Rios, she posted a tweet here of, I don't even know what this is. This is a quarter with Dr. Sally Ride on it, which she must have been a NASA astronaut. Okay, so she posted this today. I don't know why. But folks, we have the 43rd Treasurer of the United States on our board of directors at Ripple. She joins in the middle of an SEC lawsuit. Why were you late? Why were you a year late? You know, this case was as clear as day. They never had a case against Ripple and XRP, right? And it's all coming to an end. It's all coming to an end. They have to settle it up. You guys just heard from John Deaton. 90 days for settlement is what John Deaton just said. 90 days. No, I will not be going live with that guy. I will not be going live with anybody else. Sorry, guys. Thank you for the request, but I will not be. No, I don't. I don't have time for that. Sorry. I want to answer your questions. So at this point, we're going to transition into the rapid fire Q&A session. I want to have a conversation with you guys. Folks, I hope that you guys have been taking action because this is the moment that we've been waiting for. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. You position yourselves correctly now over the next decade as this internet of value rolls over to the blockchain technology. We are going to take our money and run. We understand the world crises that we're facing right now. Debt crisis, liquidity crisis, spiritual crisis, battle of good versus evil is underway. A health crisis, a food crisis, a water crisis. A lot of people have lost their minds, to be honest. A lot of people have lost their minds. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. What should we invest in now to prepare? Well, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm here to tell you what we're doing. Ralphie, what is good, brother? You've been tapped in this whole time, Ralphie? Let's go, bro. Let's go. I need to talk to you, man. It will be quicker than 90 days. Okay, so this is what I was saying earlier. I don't worry about the timeline. I just told you guys, John Deaton, 90 days for settlement. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How much XRP do you got? Okay. Explain, watch the water. No, it's not financial advice because I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing, right? I've been very clear with what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and you guys want to know. Let me explain. Cryptocurrency, we've only invested in utility protocols that solve trillion-dollar problems. Precious metals, we hold precious metals because one, they've been suppressed. We could see some gains, but in addition to that, it is permissionless and decentralized. Third, we lock in low interest rates. That's on real estate, that's on businesses that generate cash flow. With inflation running rampant, you need to get your cash up, you need to get your bread up, you need to hustle. Half you guys that are listening to me are probably being too lazy right now. I myself consider myself not even doing enough right now, but I'm plugged in here every day, 13 hours at least, probably. On a daily basis, we're learning and educating ourselves on business and real estate. We're taking actions in regards to prepping. We just added life insurance to our wealth strategy as well. If you guys need life insurance, I have an affiliate link for that. I have a guy that can set you up, get you educated. Okay, zachrector.com, hit the life insurance tab. We just added life insurance. What else have we done? What else have we done? I'm sitting on cash, ready to buy blood in the streets. Security, yes, Second Amendment, we've made serious investments. Serious. God bless America. Why would they have to use XRP? Make sure you hit the follow button if that's your question. Make sure you follow in, tap in, okay? We'll explain. IUL is the way. Yes, we're doing that. So the reason why is, God forbid anything happens to you, right? Your family's going to get the death benefit. The other thing is you get this other program set up where you get a tax-free haven that I can build for my daughter, that you could build for your children, tax-free wealth, okay? Now, you guys got to get educated on it. Head on over to zachrector.com, hit life insurance tab, set up a meeting with my guy. He'll educate you. He's not here to sell you on anything. If you're ready to sell based off enough information and education, then take action. I want you guys to investigate before you invest. Investigate before you invest. The Titanic. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this. April 15th, we have many major world events have taken place on April 15th. Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's not. Maybe there's a reason why the Bitcoin chart has followed the moon. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, it's crazy. If you look at this day in history, April 15th, it's insane. And tell me that this isn't perfect timing. I have 415. That would be your date numerology, 415 viewers in the YouTube right now as I explain the 415 date numerology events. How about that? Like Waters Above says, when you're tapped into the code, you just see it in your everyday life. Shout out to Waters Above, the OG, numerology, astrology, tapping it all together, understanding these markets. Love him. Does that mean invest in water? Yeah, you probably want to get access to clean water. You probably do. And you know, we're making investments in every aspect. I just bought vegetables. Every single thing here, guys. We got it going. Vegetables. Sounds stupid. And I was actually going to make a video on this. I got to write this down so I remind. The best returns over the next year, best returns are going to be on essentials. Best returns. You could have bought lumber last year. 76% appreciation for lumber last year. Your everyday basic essentials are going to see 25 to 50% inflation. They already have year over year, right? Sam, thank you for the 2 spot, brother. Godspeed to all. Be safe in the coming times. Amen. Amen. Yeah. So I bought vegetables. See, and everybody wants to know the next 10x crypto. I'm here to tell you that you need to get some good food. You need to make sure you got good water. Do you have good water? Serious question, not a joke. Do you have good water? Get good seeds, yes. GMO-free seeds, yes. Yeah. The dollar is losing value, absolutely, every single day. Okay, great question, Greg. Hi, Zach. The Lobster Wallet has XLM running so many projects at the moment. Would you or someone you know, how can we narrow it down? What are the legit assets to invest in based on Protocol 19? Okay, so yeah, we're tapping into this right now, doing our research on this, investigating further, but it does appear that Indus Exchange, I believe is what it is doing the legit offerings. That's what I'm hearing. Everything that I know so far on Stellar is really hearsay. I still have a lot to confirm. Yeah, shout out to the people of Shanghai. The price of fertilizer is going through the roof. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. The water. Water's crucial. Someone just said you were going to fail. You know, it's incredible, guys. I have love for all of you guys. I hope that you make it. I understand if you're confused about who I am or what this is about or what I'm doing. If you're new here, just, you know, maybe stick around for a while. You don't have to subscribe, you know, but just tune in every once in a while and you'll see that what we're doing here is just completely legit and that actually nothing can stop what is coming. And over the last couple weeks, it's been crazy, especially this last weekend. I feel like the energy was really heavy this last weekend. And then I was listening to JV and Waters Above Crypto talk about how they were both feeling down over this last weekend and how, you know, I feel like there's just been an energy shift recently over the last week or so. But anyways, what was I saying about that? Sam, thank you for the 5 spot. I have a complete list of every open Indus URL. Yes, the Indus URL. What I'm wondering is like why that website's not even built out yet. That's just weird. But what I was saying before that is that over the last couple of weeks, the amount of negative comments I've been reading, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's just, you can see that people are feeling the pain, especially in the cryptocurrency space. That's all they've invested in. They've invested all of their life savings. They're new to this space and they're mad, you know? And just people are feeling the pain of this. Man, guys, we got to get our minds right now. We really do. But yeah, I mean, people really, I got a lot. Yeah. I mean, it comes with the territory, I guess, but yeah, these people are crazy. Yeah, that's right, Jemmy. Exactly. I'm just trying to tell people to prepare themselves and their family. I want you guys to win. It's not political left, right, up, down. It's no BS. It's just a changing world order. And if you guys wonder why I have to speak in code, it's because my video got taken down. I appealed and it got restored relatively quickly, actually. But the video I posted yesterday, it had 140,000 views, less than 24 hours, and then TikTok takes it down. And people wonder why I have to speak in code. I spoke in code. I didn't say anything bad, and it got taken down. It's just because mass reporting. That's haters, trolls, people that are mad. And people are mad because I'm speaking in code, but that's why. The video gets taken down. Thankfully, I appealed and it got brought back up. And that's because I'm not going to share anything crazy on these public platforms. I wish I could just name names, name groups, just blatantly say it straight to the point. But, that's the reason why. Thankfully, the video got put back up, and it's since got 300,000 views. So, I mean, it's over 400,000 views. This TikTok live stream, I think we pushed 1,000 in here. So we probably ran up another 100,000 views while we were on here. So, guys, the thing is, we know how to penetrate this message and get it out to the masses. And I'm apologizing for not being able to just speak openly, but that's what we're dealing with right now, right? I wouldn't have any platform if I didn't play it this way, if I didn't do this dance. And I'm sorry that it has to be that way, but I try to make it as clear as possible. I'm not trying to fool you guys or sound cryptic. I'm trying to stay afloat, guys, before they just off me. Brian, my man, always pulling up and showing the support. God bless you, brother. Thanks for keeping it real. So important to be prepared for what is coming. Absolutely, Brian. What is coming? Well, so you guys gotta hit the follow button. If you're new here, you're coming in and you're asking about the water, you gotta strap in. Because folks, when the people realize what's happened, and then with the situation with the food crisis, the water crisis, and then the money market cycle, debt cycle coming to an end, mass inflation, the people are going to lose their minds. They already are. Seeing it on a day-to-day basis, every single day. What's the documentary? I said it in that TikTok. Watch the water. That's the thing is, I didn't even speak really in code. I put it out there, but yeah, I understand people are frustrated, but I'm just doing my best to get out the truth right now, guys. And I do my dance because I know what they'll do to me. I know what's at stake here. Let's take a look here at the XRP chart. Wow, still looking good here on the daily. Touched back down here, but we're still in the breakout area, which is good to see. Good to see. John, thank you for the 5 spot. Thank you for that, Joe. Yeah, thank you. Any thoughts on the RV's inflated currency buybacks? Seuss, good question. Yeah, so I just don't have enough information to absolutely confirm that it's going to go down that way, but we got some good information on that. The problem is they've been meaning to reset these for a while. Sri Lanka, they just admitted that they're defaulting on all their foreign debt. We just covered that earlier in the show. Right? So no, you guys are mistaken. If you guys are new here, you're missing. You're missing out. You need to hit that follow button. And I'm not messing around with you guys. I don't do any BS. I'm just a regular guy who has no filter. I just bring the truth every single night. I have nothing really to sell you guys. All I want you guys to do is be prepared for the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. Either you're going to own nothing and be happy, and all that will be available for you is UBI basic income, live like a peasant, live in the metaverse, and or you can take action right now and actually have a chance of making it out to the other side of this event. What's up with Ethereum and the SEC? Well, they did a complete monopoly free pass setup with Ethereum. The whole thing's built on a house of cards with the cryptocurrency space. Between Tether and Ethereum, whole crypto space is in trouble. I'm hearing a lot about the banks. Yep, the banks restructuring, resetting. We know for sure that we're going to reset and restructure the banking system. So for me, that's one of the few things that I haven't invested in is in the foreign currencies. I haven't invested in the Zim, the Dong, these other ones yet. But it's relatively low risk for a potential reward there. So it is something to consider. UBI is going to be necessary. Menelect, yeah. I think that UBI's, yeah. It's going to be much easier with the digital currency as well. Just buy gold and silver. No, we don't just do one of anything. We don't just buy gold and silver and think that that's going to save us. We don't just, invest in real estate and that's it, right? We have strategies for each one of these asset classes. We have our business strategies, we have our real estate strategies, precious metals, life insurance, and cryptocurrencies. Stock market, I don't personally do, but I would be doing it if I was an accredited investor and I could do pre-IPO investing. Then I would definitely be doing it. Plant food, yes. Big fan of it. Big returns coming. Big gains coming. Yep. I got my vegetables last weekend. And then it started hailing the last couple days where I'm at. But yeah, we got the seeds so we can get something planted in the ground. The best is yet to come. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the greatest opportunities. It is going to be the greatest opportunity of our lives, CIBC Bank using XRP. Yep, over 400 banks and financial institutions partnered with Ripple. Yep. Bad weather coming too. Yeah, we'll have another drought for sure. It's going to be a hot summer. Yeah. And I mean that, physically with the actual weather, and metaphorically as well. Where to put our money? Well, if you need to get caught up to speed, if you have serious chunks of change, if you have a retirement account, if you have money to invest and you're really looking to get tapped in, I would just join my group. We'll get you caught up to speed right away. I would join my Discord group. Head to zachrector.com, link in bio. Just head to zachrector.com, join our Discord group, and we'll get you caught up to speed. If you need to know where to put your money or how to prepare yourself. On another level, I just gave you guys the whole, I gave you guys my strategies for free, right? For the most part. I don't talk about my personal moves anymore here, but on the public platforms. Pre-IPOs, how's that done? Yep. Yeah, so pre-IPO is before companies go public, being able to invest in them. Why are you spreading false information? I'm not spreading false information. I'm telling you guys to do your own research and investigate before you invest. Not spreading any false information. You guys are way too caught up on the details without understanding what the real thing is here. We have a health crisis, food crisis, water crisis, debt crisis, liquidity crisis, and a spiritual crisis. Two worlds are colliding, good versus evil. A battle is underway. Choose your side wisely. El Nino coming? Yeah. Yep. It's crazy, crazy weather. Crazy weather. Climate change, global warming. I don't even worry about it. I just prepare. I just watch what's happened over the last decade of my life and, I just prepare. someone's just trolling Polygon-matic. What about Polygon-matic, bro? It's like already did its pump. It's all a cycle. Yeah. Mr. Lucky, thank you for the 5 spot. Is there bad energy going around the last few weeks? I've been super flat lately. I should get another. Yeah. Be careful. Mr. Lucky, thank you for that. Yeah, no, that's what I was alluding to earlier, is that the energy has just been rough. You can tell that the people are feeling it. You really can. And really, actually, it's funny because I try to be uplifting. I try to say, hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel that's super, super bright on the other side of this thing. If we survive. I mean, that's the thing, is I recognize the risk. I understand what we're up against. These people are here to take everything from us. Yeah. So, I mean, you go in, you know that you're fighting the good fight and you're willing to go down shooting, whatever it takes. Diversification may preserve wealth, but concentration builds wealth. Warren Buffett. Yeah, great quote. Great quote from Warren. Absolutely. Yeah, so like we're diversified amongst the different asset classes, but when we go into an asset class, we have a very serious strategy and we go in hard on where the value's at, similar to Warren Buffett, value investing just in cryptocurrencies. But then we've also built we built our business. I've built my businesses to be recession proof and depression proof. Low debt, cash flow. And I take care of my clients. Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you. Good to see you guys tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah, Sarah, thank you. Appreciate you. Shan, thank you. Groups like this give hope. It's so dark and stressful when you don't know where to start. Yeah. Thoughts on platforms like Glint and iTrust when we're getting sleepy, creepy, foreshadowing cyber attacks? Well, that's the thing, Seuss, is they aren't going to be any good during any sort of cyber attacks, right? We're not going to be using crypto. We're not going to be using the ATM. We're not going to be using our debit card, credit card. You're not going to be using PayPal, right? That's why we have been stocking up on silver, right? That's why we moved into silver, because it's decentralized, permissionless. You don't need internet. You don't need the network. And that's why we have cash too. But that's the thing, is I just have the understanding that I'm not going to use my XRP during any sort of event like that, right? I'm not going to use my XRP if the lights go off. And that's fine. That's fine. I got silver. Yes, silver. Yeah, no, I have no gold. I have no gold. Which I'm not against gold. I think that silver's been more suppressed, but they both have a role. Pete Kang, I decided to take finances into my own hands and put majority of my money into Apple. This was about 15 years ago. See, that's the thing is back then, right? You probably had people saying that Apple, oh, it's not going anywhere. They probably got sued by the SEC as well, right? So during these moments, during these shifts, new technology introduced, you have a bunch of people that have no idea what's going on, and you have a lot of people who dismiss it way before they accept it. That's what took place with Apple, with Google. Your third tier? No, there's only one tier available on my Patreon. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we cover it on all bases, right? Who are these people exactly? Well, I can't name the names. You're starting to see kind of more mainstream coverage of like the World Economic Forum being covered by BitBoy Crypto. And so, these groups are kind of being put here on the mainstream light now, which is interesting to see because, these groups weren't talked about at all 10 years ago. Not on a mainstream level. And yeah. If you're asking about the water, I would just make sure you hit that follow button and go back and watch the video if you're looking for the message. There's not good quality water in America. Relatively speaking, across the rest of the world, it's pretty good, I guess. But some of these cities, the infrastructure in them is, almost a century old. It's Yeah, thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. If you guys could hit that thumbs up for me, I'd greatly appreciate that. How did you become so privy to this data? So I started researching the Federal Reserve and understanding monetary policy back in 2012, back when I was in high school. So for the last decade, I've been understanding the Federal Reserve, economics, and then in 2015, I started my own business. So then I started studying business and investing. And then I started investing in 2018. So I've only invested for the last 4 years. I've ran a business for 7 years, and I've been researching this for over a decade. Going back to high school, I started getting tapped into this knowledge and understanding what was going on and understanding how we've been lied to, how we've been controlled by a private entity that is not American in the Federal Reserve institution. And then, we just watched the events unfold over the last 10 years. Ron Paul was a big part of my awakening. That's not a political statement. Libertarian, in my opinion, really isn't, at the end of the day, for me, where I stand is the Constitution got a lot of good things done for this country. It was a pretty great document, in my opinion. I think that capitalism works. What we have is a hijacked crony capitalist system that's been ran by a group of private central bankers who have no interest in the regular American people succeeding. We were sold an American dream that we had after the changing world order of 1944, when the Bretton Woods Agreement of 44 nations met and they put together a whole new program for us. That was good. It gave America the standard. And then in 1971, Nixon took us off the gold standard. And so we've slowly been dying our death ever since as a reserve currency, as we abuse our status of the reserve currency status. So that leads us to, 2008, the financial crisis. Had no idea what was going on. I was still, middle school? Yeah. And then after that, started to get tapped in and start to understand politics. Led me to Ron Paul And he really led me to really understanding how the country was founded and the basic principles of our Constitution, Declaration of Independence, and how far gone we've gone from that system that was initially established to create such a great opportunity that we had in America. Then in 2012, I started to go down these different rabbit holes with different conspiracy theories that I thought was crazy, and we just kind of researched all this. Since then, nearly all of them have come true and been validated. And then in 2015, like I said, I started the business. So then I started understanding money, how to make money, how to sell, how to run a business, how to manage people. And then 7 years later, here we are. And so this is how we got here today. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you all. Well, and we have to define conspiracy theory because, guys, a conspiracy is just a group of people working together for a common goal, right? And then a theory is just something that hasn't been proven yet as a fact. It's a hypothesis, right? So, um, you know, it's all been validated. It's all been validated. Ron Paul got me on the Federal Reserve. That made me, kind of understand what was going on, how we got hijacked. No, it wasn't Rand Paul. It was Ron Paul, the dad, Ron Paul, who was an independent, never voted to raise the budget once, never voted to raise the debt ceiling, didn't vote for any of the wars. He had a 30-year record in Congress that was flawless. Always stood for liberty, freedom, individual rights, staying out of wars. He wanted us to audit the Federal Reserve. I mean, to me, it's just, you can't really argue with that. That's our basic founding principles. More recently, I'm more recently over the last 2 years, I mostly just focus on business and making, as silly as it sounds, I just focus on my businesses over the last year or two. Cryptocurrency, we figured out in 2019, going into 2020. That's when I started going all in on XRP, started accumulating XLM, some of these other utility coins. So we figured out that it's just been a matter of dollar cost averaging into those cryptos with the chunks of change that we had. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not rich, came from nothing. So, just been building my bags, doing my thing, researching. But like I always say, you come to a point in time where you get enough information that you need to start taking effective action. Where I see a lot of people falling off is people are tuned in, people are trying to find truth, they're hungry to get something done, but they spend all their time just listening to podcasts, just watching me and other creators on YouTube, right? Watching Netflix. And you never end up taking action. And I'm not even talking actually about the people that just watch Netflix all day. The people that actually are in the game. They're trying to get financially educated. They're learning about investments, business, all this stuff. Learning about, listening to podcasts and all this. But it's a procrastination and it stops them from taking action. At a certain point, you have enough information. You need to make a move, right? So my thing is I hope that I can get everyone to a point of taking action in each aspect that we cover. Like we go through it. Cryptocurrency, if you do stocks, whatever. Precious metals, real estate, your business. If you don't run a business, how do you add more value at your job? How do you get a raise this year that's more than the cost of living? Otherwise, you're getting squeezed, right? What's the other one? Life insurance. We're sitting on cash ready to make moves right now in regards to business. It's incredible what I'm seeing right now, the amount of opportunity that's out there. What do you think about the credit system they're trying to implement? It's unfortunate. 1984 is here. They are going to watch everything. You're going to own nothing and be happy. Metaverse, peasant life. That's the plan for us. for me and you. That's their plan for us. The greatest transfer of wealth in world history, they don't expect you to participate. They don't expect you to get your Shiite together. These, yeah, I wish I could show you guys these TikTok comments, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's better you don't see them anyways. It's unbelievable. So, like I said, we don't diversify in the asset class itself. We diversify amongst the asset classes, amongst the wealth building and preserving strategies. Metals, life insurance, real estate, business, cash, essentials, prepping. You know, I was thinking about this before I got on too. Even in regards to prepping, I talk about how, you know, it doesn't have to be the end of the world, doesn't have to be the apocalypse, but you're locking in cheaper rates on your food. We've seen inflation on the food 25, 50%. But in addition to that, I was also thinking about how you'll have really nice camping gear. If you get good prepping stuff, you know, you get your flashlights out, the whole list, right? You have some sweet camping gear, which I highly encourage. I love camping. So it's another advantage. It's another perk of actually prepping and taking action. Pete Kang, thank you for the 10 spot, brother. Pete, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Ryan gave me a 20 spot. You haven't thanked him? Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for reminding me. I definitely love shouting out. My bad. Ryan Reed, 20 spot. Guys, sorry. I get ranting and raving and I miss your guys' comments. Ryan, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Saw, I'm not going to say the name. Well, I'll say it. Saw Watch the Water. Thank you again for continuing to expose people to the potential dangers in these tumultuous times. If you are ever in need of illustrations to convey ideas more clearly, please do not hesitate to ask. Ryan, that's super interesting, man. If you want to hit me up on my website, zachrector.com, just send me a message there. And that could be interesting because I've thought about that in the past. Yeah. We get some illustrations, some visualizations going. But yeah, you know, well, I'm not going to say what I got, but I'm just going to say, yeah, we've been making moves. How should we prepare, please? Guys, unfortunately, I do have to wrap up this session. I got to go make some food for my lady. But I do appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you hit that follow button, okay? If you're new on TikTok, follow, and then head on over to my YouTube. If you missed this session, head on over to my YouTube, and you guys can follow me there. Also, if you're looking to get caught up to speed completely, like I said, in my Discord group, we talk about all this, and we go further with it, and I share more of my information in regards to my actual strategies within my business, within my everyday life and investing and everything. I go a little bit more personal, a little bit more in detail. And then thankfully, we're actually able to have conversations that we can't have here on the public forum. So if you're looking to tap in, head on over there and you'll get tapped in with a group of like-minded individuals that are on the same frequency, the same wavelength of trying to figure out the truth, trying to take care of their families, trying to survive and thrive during these times. The greatest transfer of wealth in world history is what I call this. And it's going to be the opportunity of the lifetime for the people that are prepared. I appreciate all of you guys so much. I know we ran it up tonight in the session here. We had over 1,000 on TikTok. We had over 400 on YouTube. Our community continues to grow, and I appreciate all of you guys for joining me. All I ask at the end of the day, if you do appreciate us, please share this message with other like-minded individuals. I appreciate you all so much. We will see you in the next one. Take care. God bless. We'll see ya.